Volvo knows as well as any car company that being a nonconformist has its ups and downs. Throughout its long history, despite multiple corporate ownerships, Volvo has persisted in being different. Even now, as Volvo embarks on a plan to chase global luxury leaders such as Mercedes-Benz and BMW, it's paving its own distinctly Swedish path. Different isn't always better. Volvo's new four-cylinder only engine strategy, for instance, has drawn mixed reviews from us, at least among the top-of-the-line T6 inscription versions of the S90 sedan and the XC90 SUV that we've sampled thus far. Both of these $56,000 plus models use a 2.0-litre four-cylinder that, although turbocharged and supercharged to provide competitive performance, struggles to match the refinement and effortlessness of the competition's 6- and 8-cylinder power plants. But the same 2.0-litre four-cylinder is more palatable when installed in lesser Volvos such as the front-wheel drive S90 T5 tested here. In the slower price range, boosted 2.0-litre four-cylinders are the norm, as seen in competitors such as the Mercedes-Benz E300, the Audi A6 2.0T, and the BMW 530i. Shorn of its supercharger, the turbocharged 4 produces 250 horsepower and 258 lb-ft of torque in T5 form, 66 horsepower and 37 lb-ft less than the T6 produces but in the same neighborhood as the German's 4-bangers. Mixed messages, given that this Volvo weighed 3,781 pounds, nearly 300 pounds less than both the S90 T6 FWD model and an all-wheel drive Mercedes E300 4MATIC, we expected slightly better acceleration numbers than the T5's 6.3 second sprint to 60 miles per hour and 14.8 second quarter-mile run at 97 miles per hour that 0 to 60 mph lags behind the heavier all-wheel drive Audi A6 2.0T by 0.2 second and trails the Cadillac CTS 2.0T FWD by 0.5 second. And, if Volvo is so committed to these four-seed induction four-cylinder engines, the company could learn from Mercedes-Benz's isolation techniques. While the E300's four-cylinder is smooth to the point of being almost imperceptible, the S90's engine delivers unwanted noise, vibration, and harshness into the cabin when pushed. Although the S90 is still a quiet car, it's not as hushed as the Mercedes, recording 69 decibels of noise at a steady 70 miles per hour compared with the E300's 67 decibels. On the bright side, the Volvo's 8-speed automatic shifts smoothly and quickly. Its smartly spaced gearing makes the most of the engine's power band, with a strong swell of torque coming on low in the rev range and the transmission sorting out requests for more power with prompt downshifts. Fuel economy is a strong suit, too, as the S90 T5 achieved 26 miles per gallon overall and 33 miles per gallon in our 200-mile 75 miles per hour highway fuel economy test, to the T6 model's 22 miles per gallon and 31 miles per gallon results. If the S90's engine provides more grunt than its acceleration performance suggests, though, the Volvo's chassis inverts that paradigm. Objectively, its 0.91 grams performance on the skid pad ranks near the top of the class, a surprise given the T5's decidedly non-aggressive setup of all-season rubber wrapped around 18-inch wheels. Its road-holding ability even narrowly beat the S90 T6, which achieved 0.90 grams on much more performance-oriented LP0 summer tires and 20-inch wheels. The S90 T5's 168-foot stop from 70 miles per hour also tops the A6 2.0T and the CTS 2.0T, although it falls short of the S90 T6's 161-foot stop and the E300's impressive 154-foot result. The Benz's performance tires deserve most of the credit there. As was the case with the T6 model, it's the intangibles that let down the S90's chassis. The smaller wheels don't clomp over bumps like the 20-inch setup did, but the T5's wheel and tire setup only serves to minimize the impression of a less stout chassis. rather than eliminate it. Larger impacts are not as harsh but still send reverberations through the structure, while wheel control is improved, but not as button-head down as we expect in a luxury sedan of this caliber. Heavy steering that gets even heavier in the Volvo's dynamic mode feels imprecise and does not engender confidence on a back road. Lovely looks, beyond those disappointing dynamic attributes, Volvo's distinctive design sense makes the S90 a visual knockout, even without the glitz of the higher trim inscription model's chrome accents and larger wheels. The less flashy T5 model remains elegant, understated, and attractive. Its clean, uncluttered lines and balanced proportions make for a sedan that's stylish without being overwrought. The slightly plain rear end is the only note that falls a bit flat, as its shaped taillights make us think of a competitor for Volkswagen more than Mercedes-Benz. Step inside, and the more modest S90 Momentum is decidedly less glamorous than the inscription. You won't find the same impeccable details such as intricate speaker grills, open board trim, and butter-smooth Nappa leather upholstery, but the base car's materials remain high quality and pleasant to the touch, and the cabin retains a warm, inviting feel. The seats, in the Volvo tradition, are supportive and comfortable, even if the standard 6-way power front seats don't provide the same level of adjustability as the optional 10-way setup. Somewhat egregiously, at least for us Michiganders, heated front seats aren't standard in the S90, and our test car was not so equipped. Admittedly, neither the A-Class nor the 5 Series offers heated front seats as standard, and those Germans start above $52,000 while the base Volvo costs less than $48,000. Several other features were similarly notable in their absence, although perhaps that's no surprise given that our T5 Momentum's as-tested price was nearly $15,000 less than the T6 inscriptions. The only extras on our sparsely equipped $50,815 test car included metallic paint $595, a wood-trimmed steering wheel $325, and the Vision Package $1,950 that added a 360-degree camera view, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and power-retractable side mirrors. If optioning our own S90, we'd spring for the $1,000 Momentum Plus package that includes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto functionality, swiveling headlamps, and Fortzone automatic climate control, along with a larger 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. The standard 8.0-inch cluster is distinctly less functional and attractive. It doesn't include a tachometer in its default configuration, for instance, and requires fussing with the car's various drive mode settings to elicit one. Almost drives itself. It's telling of Volvo's priorities that the sophisticated pilot assist semi-autonomous system is standard on every S90. By combining features such as adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist, this car can assume responsibility for steering and braking to essentially follow traffic and lane markings on the highway at speeds up to 80 miles per hour. The Volvo will allow you to take your hands off the wheel for only 15 seconds at a time, compared with the Mercedes-Benz A-Class that grants you a whole 60 seconds of no hands time. But you'll pay more than $10,000 extra for the E300's Drive Pilot system, which is only available packaged with myriad other add-ons. Volvo's push for self-driving technology is an admirable mission, and it jibes with the company's long-standing emphasis on safety. But the computers haven't taken over yet, and we still like to drive. If the S90 truly seeks to take the established German luxury leaders to task, it needs to raise its dynamic competence to match its distinctive and appealing design.